Hey everyone, this is Ryan coming to you from my father's closet. That's right. You didn't hear that wrong. I'm coming from the closet. But before we move on, go ahead, do all the normal stuff. Like, subscribe, follow us on all the different social media platforms. We also go ahead and check out the Discord where we can go ahead and have a lot of fun conversations there. Also check out Patreon. There's a lot of good information, huge backlog of a bunch of good content there, and there's a lot of good interesting kind of fun extra games coming out. One of them is with Bree as the DM. DM, I think. DM. Okay. DM. That's what we're going with. So go check it out.
Let's do that thing where we go around the table and introduce ourselves. I'm Jason. I'm the Dungeon Master, and that's the signal to everybody in the house that we are actually recording a session tonight. Going around the table, starting with Xavier.
Hi, I'm Xavier, and I play Zozo, the with the edgelord Dragonborn. At this point, like, try hard edgelord.
I had a vision just for a second where after everything, the last hour, it's like you have a nervous breakdown because you couldn't remember. It's like, I'm the... and blood starts coming out of your nose, and it's like, oh no, and we have to rush you to... and Mandy.
Hi guys, this is Mandy, and I play Clover, the lucky red dragonborn. And did you know that Cervus canadensis, the elk, also known as the wapiti, yes, is one of the largest species within the deer family?
Wait, I didn't know elk were
Everybody
deer.
knows that.
They're within the
I thought
deer
they were
family.
their own thing. That's weird. Neat. I keep trying to come up with clever ways to label the Ryans, and I'm like, bald Ryan, and that's not helping. So, Chicago Ryan. I almost said Brian. Now you're Brian.
Okay. Why not? Sure thing.
Dish Ryan.
Thank you very much for the introduction, Jamie. Yeah, my name's Ryan, and I'll be playing Olmo, the Happy Hammerborn.
Closet Ryan. The boy who lived.
I mean,
Go.
you're not wrong. But yeah, hey, everyone, I'm Ryan. I play Kriv, the guy that recently got his hearing back.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
And some.
And some.
There was never mind. It's dumb.
It can't be worse than any of the things that we've done already. I mean, we spent an hour troubleshooting my mic and ended up going, well, if you just turn around and go into the closet, it works.
Did it work, Ryan?
It works. It works.
Good
All
job, closet.
Good job,
I told him
Closet.
if he pinned the carpet up like in the doorway behind him, he'd have like a nice like recording studio. Like it would be, it'd be like you know.
Well, I gotta go, guys. Bye.
But yep.
Yep.
So anyway, last time you guys met a couple of friendly travelers, and they kind of splashed you down with some foul-smelling liquid with their runaway cart, and as a recompense for that, they decided to, hey, you know what? Let's take you up to Umaniro. Give you guys a ride because, you know, we feel really bad about that. Now, the driver, Oliver, was not too happy about this, but Serena, the lady doing 90% of the talking, was pretty insistent that it's like, oh, this will be fine. We're going to go. And you kind of found out that she's a little green when it comes to, you know, travel and meeting people and everything like that. She probably sticks around Brightport quite a bit, but her family has business in Umanir, and you know, this might be an opportunity for her to kind of take the reins and do something new. So you guys camped outside of Aldmore. You roughed it, and she's just like ecstatic, right? Like, just getting to like a campfire and there's s'mores and like, oh man, we're not staying in a manor house, and like, oh man. And she brewed this little potion of sorts for Kriv, and she warned you beforehand. It's like, look, I'm not an alchemist or an herbalist, really. We just kind of sell the stuff, but I've picked up a couple of tricks. Which is like the equivalent of saying, it's like, yeah, I've seen Gordon Ramsay on TV. I can cook that. Like, you know, just trying to do stuff. So poured some in your ears and you instantly got your hearing back. But essentially you have super hearing, like that you remember Daredevil, the movie? Like, you know, so like that scene where Matt wakes up in the hospital as a kid and it's like, he hears everything and like, you know, something like that a little bit. So I will pick up right there. Like, she's kind of standing there waiting to see if there's like a reaction, like just kind of like you just tested something. It's like, well, can you hear me?
So I think the first thing, right before she says anything, like, his jaw's going to drop a little bit, his eyes are going to go wide, and then she's going to speak, and then he's going to like recoil, but at the same time be like, yeah, and kind of like cover his ears and just keep the conversation going on like that for now, to see if that does anything, if that helps at all. So after that, he's just gonna go in more of a softer, kind of confused voice. I can hear, but it's all very loud.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and she's gonna like lower her voice. It's like, okay, hangover voice. All right, let's get down here. Okay, yeah. So I probably added a little bit too much, a little bit too much root. So okay, I'll mark that down for next time. But honestly, this should probably even out after a while.
At this point, anything is better than nothing. and he's gonna give her a really big hug.
Aw. And again, probably not used to like big physical shows, especially Dragonborn are big. Like they're kind of like,
Yeah.
it's not their fault, but they loom, right? You know?
Mhm.
So there's going to be that like, oh, you're mad at me, like that just for a second. And it's like, oh, here's the rest of it. If for some reason those symptoms come back and you need some more, to just maybe a couple drops less in each ear, but other than that, it should be great. So, yay! Let's go tell your group the good news.
Yeah. So he's gonna immediately turn to walk over to the group. He's gonna point over at Clover. For now, you need to be quiet. Like as take your volume and half it.
And I think as you had been coming over, she had been in the middle of demonstrating some knowledge to her cousin and went, and at the top of her lungs, it's like, oh, if I keep doing this, the elk might come to me.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
And then she'll turn to Buddy and be like, what?
Shh. Oh. Like, he doesn't know any other way to put it than just like, okay, no, quiet.
Oh, you know what? It's right.
You're speaking like this, and I need you to speak like this.
It's really rude for us to be doing that because he can't hear us. So we need to figure out. We should be writing it down when he's around because he can't hear a thing.
Well, that has changed. I can hear you. It's just all very, very loud.
You can hear us. That's amazing. And gonna jump on him.
He'll act like, what's the best way to put this? Like an annoyed father that's been at a park for way too long with their kids. And he's just at this point just accepted that he's the jungle gym.
Yeah. So from session 1 onward with us, yeah.
Yeah. And so at one point just kind of like brings his arms in to kind of like brace for impact. She's like hugging him, and then he goes over and just pats. And then points over to Olmo and goes, good job with getting here so far. And then points over to Zozo and goes, good job. Just don't let it go to your head.
We got good jobs.
And Zozo's just calculating his reply just like I am. This changes nothing. But thank you.
But soon, one slip up, I'm coming for you.
Just say the word.
And then he'll sit and start eating. Like that's all the emotional conversation that he can have right now.
All right. So anyway, Clover. So what noise do they make when they're scared?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that one is calling, so it might be more of like, and look over at Buddy.
He has his spoon raised like he's getting ready to chuck it towards you.
Yeah. I think she felt the fatherly stare of doom. It's like, oh, well, maybe I think they just die. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
And then she'll go back and cuddle with Olmo and be like, I'm being good.
You're being the best.
Yeah, it's okay.
Absolute best. So
we have to talk about something. If you guys recall, there was a travel die to get here, and everything worked out pretty well. You all basically agreed that just rolling the smallest travel die in order to get here was the wisest decision, and then you tackle the next stretch when the time came. Well, this is the time where I ask you guys, how are you feeling about the next leg of the adventure? Would it be better to just get it over with a single roll and get to Umaniro? Or would it be better to maybe break that up into increments with smaller risk, but more chances to run into, let's say, distractions?
Well, as far as like, we can brainstorm this as a team soon, but Zozo's mind place right now is that his leadership got questioned by Olmo last time, and now Kriv is putting on the pressure. So Zozo wants to get to Maniro as fast as possible to make sure that like his plan works out, and no more distractions. Big die, big D20.
Oh, baby. Here we go.
And
Okay.
I've honestly said before, if you give me the dice as Clover, I'm going to always roll a d20. Always.
20 would get you there.
Good or bad.
If you got fingers, cross them.
Well, I mean, everyone,
No, I don't-
everyone, Kriv is back. Like, you can have a leader input on this.
No, you're in charge. I'm not crossing anything. This is to see when you mess up.
Good, that's fair. That's what was in the contract.
But what if you knock it out of the park? Like,
It's
what
possible.
if you just grand slam this? So, okay. I do need to know. Ryan, please.
I was just going to say, if he knocks it out of the park, it means we make it to Umaniro safely. It's a win-win for
Not
Chris.
So
Mhm.
let me explain the stakes here to everybody. If this is your first episode, hello. Hope you smash that subscribe button, blibbity blobbity blue. Yeah. So what we do is, obviously, party's got to get someplace. They got to travel. And what we do is we have a scaling system for danger, essentially. D4 is about 8 hours of travel, and if you mess that up, whatever. Like, it might start raining, and it's really soggy, and you don't like it. If it goes well, being you roll a 3 or 4 on a D4, then something good happens, like a little break in temperature, or your food stretches a little further, something like that. The higher up you go, the bigger the risks there are, and the further you go with your travel. A D20 is as far as you can basically go, and it's the greatest amount of risk, obviously. So a 1 on a D20 is something catastrophic. A 20 on a D20, and basically it's a coke-fueled orgy all the way to Umaniro. So we're gonna have to roleplay
Well,
that
I can't
out.
confirm that, but I can confirm the one. It's bad.
Well, another thing is, and this is for everyone listening, we're going to be showing some stats on screen. What we've been doing is we've been going back and keeping track of every single die roll in Arc 5.
Oh,
And what we'll probably show is the odds of it being a 1 versus a 20. And I'm no statistician, but I think if I were a betting man, I'd say so far the dreaded 1 has reared its head more times than once, and we don't need to label who rolled that many ones.
Wait a minute. I need a little bit more clarity with that. Are you keeping track of the die rolled and the person that rolled it?
Yes.
I want that data. I want to know how bad I actually am versus what's in my head.
Okay,
It's better you don't see them.
if you're looking for confirmation bias, I don't think
I want to see what percentile of luck I am within the cast. Like,
and we thought that would be just wonderful data to show off. And honestly, you were the person who inspired that, because this is like what, your fourth arc with us, solid. Like you joined partway. Like it's you've been here for a long time. Is my point. And
I have some great luck.
yeah, you've garnered a reputation. Yeah, no, we'll flash those out on the screen. Discuss it in chat if you'd like. If you're an audio listener, don't worry. We haven't forgot about you. We're going to be working on getting all of that data week to week updated as teams play on our website.
Nice.
Ooh.
I like
Fancy
it.
schmancy.
It's pretty good.
Smash that like button.
Smash it. Fuck.
Are we not going to just have it like as a little audio overlay over it? That is the 40th one that has been rolled in this campaign.
No.
Yeah.
We'll have an achievement.
Yes.
A little pop up.
So how many days to Maniero is it approximately?
So by cart, heading on up the coast here, it's a little over a week because it is rocky terrain. It's slow. It's kind of dangerous, and but about a week.
Oh man, yeah, we have civilians with us. Oh
Sure.
no.
Well, I mean,
And a D12
Listen.
would get us, what, 4 or 5 days?
a D12 would get you most of the way there, like 3/4 of the way there.
Let me just do a D12. I'm coward.
What?
Big coward.
Here's the thing, though. If you roll low on a D12,
Mhm.
it's still going to suck.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a
True.
crazy amount of difference between a D12 and a D20. Basically, you're
Well, that-
ripping the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Now
just
that you're putting it that way,
might as well go all the way.
14 on a
That's
D20.
nice.
That's
I
very
don't see it.
nice.
Okay, here it is.
Oh, well, you should re-roll it then. Let's go. No, it's 14. See? All that build-up.
All that,
Beautiful.
all for nothing.
Doesn't that feel great? Doesn't that feel good?
It felt good.
What a good leader. Yeah.
Nizza, let me know how that feels, Xavier.
Oh, no.
Feels aight. Feels aight.
I think we need to give Ryan a chance
No.
to take a big old swing to get. We got to get Ryan his groove back. That's what
when
we
I'm
need to
the
work on.
leader. I don't think I've ever
Okay,
had a
okay.
dice groove with.
Just let that build up. Like let it build up. It works. That's do it.
I mean,
Wait for it.
even when you're a leader, leaders can delegate.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That is true.
And you can
That
fire
is- That
people.
is true. Yeah.
Fire people. No.
So that
Especially if you're
you know,
Dragonborn.
next morning, you guys are.
God.
So next morning, you guys are packing up camp, and Serena's just super chipper because, like, even though it's like, oh, my neck is so stiff, this is neat. Like, it's just like everything. It's all new, right? It's all like it's like your first cross country trip. It's like, this is miserable. I love it. Like, it's your third or fourth time through our great nation, and it's not as whimsical. Oh, we might be doing that again. Okay, so the
One more time.
one more. So, is there anything you guys would like to accomplish before leaving the Aldmore area, or something you'd like to shoot for on your way up the coast before we get to the great city of Romanero?
Yeah, Zozo would definitely chat with Serena and ask her. So you mentioned that you were curious about these implements I have, or not implements, but these vestments I found. Can you really help me figure out how they work?
I mean, I'd be happy to give it a shot. Again, our family usually doesn't trade in weaponry, And she's kind of got a question mark in the end of that because it's like they look like weapons, but there's definitely tons of magic coursing through them. I can tell you that much. But what have you done with them so far?
Nothing. I haven't had a chance to use them, or my own powers for that matter. Nobody knows how good I am.
Well, that's our first test. We have to, somewhere along the way, we'll do some target practice or something. We see what they can do.
All right. Well, let's say that was the first night. So he's like, all right then, get to bed. We'll leave early tomorrow.
So the wagon's all packed. Oliver finds you guys out here. He's just pissed. Like, there was a terse conversation in the morning because she kind of ditched Oliver to go. It's like, hurry up before. Like, she kind of thinks of it as whimsical. And at a certain point, let's see, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I'm going to roll a d4.
Sure.
And he's going to pull one of you aside because, like, I think we need to get the rules of the road down. Okay, so this is Zozo. So, worst case scenario.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, as he's kind of like, you could tell he had a conversation with Serena. Serena's kind of like a little hangdog expression, a little bit. And again, she's a grown woman, but you can tell that this person is very close to maybe like almost like a traveling like fatherly figure type of thing. He's a middle-aged dude. And Oliver's like packing things up, but like aggressively, like just like bedroll and just like he's just like packing things onto the cart. And when he's done putting the last of it on there, he's gonna point Zozo out. He's like, "Can I talk to you for a second?" Like very just like clenched teeth type of thing.
Yeah. What do you want?
It looks like we're going to be traveling together for a while, so I need to get something straight with you. I'm responsible for that young lady's safety, and there are people who are not huge fans of her family. So, if we could just not go out of the way to try and get her murdered, I would really appreciate that. Maybe no camping in the woods, maybe, just stick to inns at the very least, okay?
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable request, but no, don't worry. Nothing's going to happen to you if you stick with us.
Long pause. I think he's just like, nope, not worth it. Not worth picking this fight. It's fine. Let's just get to Umanir, okay? We got a long ride. Let's just go.
All right. He just Zozo just hops on the cart as he was before. So it's like, all right, Oliver, get us there.
Let's let's jump in about 3 days. 3 days of travel. And there is a wonderful opportunity at target practice. Remember how I said that some hired goons used to patrol this area a while back? They were posted. They probably posted up for like a couple weeks. But what they did was they made this makeshift little camp. And there's a bunch of these straw guys, kind of like almost like scarecrows. Like, you remember when Hercules was training and Danny DeVito was cheering him on, and like, you know what I mean, like that. Yeah. So this little Danny DeVito satyr is going to come out and greet you.
I don't mind.
I would.
Yes, and
Danny DeVito. Yes. So, while you guys are stopped, she's like, "Okay, let's dust these things off. Let's see what they can do."
You're just making sure there's no one in the camp The camp is really empty.
No, this thing's deserted. Like you could tell
Okay, cool.
in here for
All
a
right.
while. It's not like there's a live person in the exact shape of a scarecrow or something. I wouldn't do
No,
that.
cool. But I mean, like, Zozo's okay with property damage, but even more so when there's no like repercussion after. Like, you know, nobody's gonna come after me. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Oh boy. Oh, I've been meaning to use these for a little while now. I don't even know where to begin.
So she's got like she's gonna like do this little clap and like kind of rub her hands together. It's like, okay. So where did you find these?
In a chest that was halfway buried in some mud hole. We took it out, opened it. It fell off. Finders keepers, you know.
Did it come with any instructions? Anything? Any hint?
Oh yeah, it did. Griv.
What do you want?
You still have that letter?
The half gibberish one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I do.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
What do you want with it?
I'm just gonna show it to Serena. And you haven't figured it out. Maybe she will.
He just bypasses Zozo and hands it directly to Serena.
She's excited to get this thing. Like she's trying to ignore the obvious tension. Just like I think everything she needed to learn about you two in terms of how you get along was in the first day. Even when you got your hearing back, it's not like isn't this great news? It's like this tense, like everyone's just squinty eyed staring at each other type of thing.
Like, good, I don't have to write anymore.
Right. So she's going to take a look at this, and it's like, well, this isn't super helpful for instructions. It looks more like almost like a coded receipt, maybe. It's really weird. I don't know why a receipt would be in code, but anyway, just okay. Do me a favor, put your hands up like this, like your fingertips towards me.
Oh, perfect. I don't usually cast my magic like that, but okay. And he
Well, this is we need to.
strikes a pose.
And she's gonna like. She realizes you're pointing these weapons directly at her. It's like, okay, so like, start to guide you toward these.
Okay.
So okay, I need you to focus on these things. The way it looks is you're going to be focusing your power through these, like a wand or a rod. It's an implement, but these have been augmented with a lot of ground up gems. It looks like, but okay. So concentrate and aim at one of the scarecrows, and let's see what happens.
Okay. He thinks back about when he first put them on, and he goes, it keeps building up, but I will not break everybody's headphones.
I need that to be the next half hour, and we're just gonna
Yeah.
just
build it
milk
up.
it.
Good.
He
Can I
does
get
it until
attack
he's
roll?
got like that. What? An attack roll?
An attack roll, please.
Can't do that. This is where we go in the sheet. I guess that would be like the magic attack, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know where to look at. I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Okay, that's a 4, so it's
Yeah.
pretty. It's pretty. So even with a modifier, it's like an 8. So this is. Can I get a D6, please?
Yes.
Okay, so as you're like focusing on this, these two gauntlets go down to about elbow level, and then they're kind of bound with these leather straps that join at your back, right? So it's this kind of a slightly bulky apparatus, but it's almost like a crank that joins the two straps on the back, and that thing's going to start to glow as you charge and then dissipate into the two gauntlets. And this shockwave of air is going to blow clean out of them, and it's going to knock down a tree.
Oof.
Far left of the scarecrow. But it's a pretty solid, oak tree. This thing, it's a pretty decent accomplishment. Aim, way off, but power, you're there.
Yeah, Zozo says, nailed it. All right, let's go again.
You see Kriv right next to him. He just kind of looks down in disappointment. As soon as he was like, nailed it, it's like, oh.
Okay, let's do this. So she's going to... She goes over to one of the scarecrows, and they're all kind of outfitted the same. They all got just kind of cloth wrapping them together, kind of vaguely human shaped. And she's going to take her hat off and put it on top of one of the scarecrows. It's like, okay, aim for the floppy hat.
Wait, is that your good hat?
It's my only hat.
What?
No.
And then he looks over at the tree and points at it real quick. And that's how you wind up with no hat.
I could buy a new hat once we get in the city. It'll be worth it if we find out, what these things can do.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, it feels like maybe the sights are off on them, because Zozo's already said he's really good at casting magic, so it must just be you gotta break them in.
How about motivation? And he pulls out that notebook that they all got that they thought they'd need longer, and he writes on a piece of paper that one jerk that you really hate, and then he folds it into the shirt of it so that it's facing outwards, and he nods, feeling very proud of himself, and then he runs out of the way.
All right, that'll do. Okay, so he goes back into his stance. He's like, all right, say goodbye to your hat, Serena. And he goes, oh. D6? Same thing.
Okay, all right. Let's try this. Kriv's gonna go over, stand right in front of Zozo, and do a little pop on your cheeks, just to wake up, and then gets really close to we're almost touching nose to nose. Hit me. And then he takes a step back and he stands right where the scarecrow is.
So, okay. This time it's going to go far right. Another it's almost like this like a horizontal tornado, right? Like a real Beyblade, let it rip, fucking whoosh. And again, way right, and there is a pile of rocks that is just going to get slammed with it, and it's not quite enough to knock over this big pile of rocks, kind of, but you are gonna they're gonna shift, and I think there's a second where everyone's and then it's okay, so we've done far right and far left. I think we pretty much got these calibrated, and then you do the thing where you stand, and she's going to go over. I don't I don't think that this is a good idea. Like, what if he hits you?
Well, then he'll actually accomplish something.
Right, but we don't. I don't. What if it's not just wind? Like, what? We don't know what these things do.
It's been wind twice, right?
It blew up a tree.
Okay.
And she's gonna be like, technically, it knocked over a tree.
I killed it. Well, don't worry, Serena. Don't worry. Anyway, Kriv is not gonna get hurt. I don't take orders from him. We've lost enough time here. I know how these work now. We can keep moving.
She's like, are you sure? Because I mean, I don't want you to hit Kriv, but like, I feel like, sure. You know what?
I got this. When I kick Kriv's ass, it's gonna be with my own powers. I don't need these.
Griv's not going to say anything. He's just going to be like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Clover's gonna like just aside to Tomo. I don't know. He's kind of small. Would this go well?
Oh, well, I mean, it didn't go well for the tree. That's about where I'm at.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Hey, are we out of apples? I want to toss some to Roger.
Oh man, I think I tossed all of them like on the second day because I really wanted to show Serena, and I throw it at her and she ran. So I had to give the rest to Roger because she kept staying away from me when I kept holding them.
Didn't we tell her she needed to crunch it?
I know, right? I thought that was kind of apparent with the name, catch lunch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
we'll teach her next time.
Yeah, we'll get more apples when we get there.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and skip in 2 more days. And up ahead, you're going to see the first set of people that you've probably encountered since leaving Aldmore. Not a ton of travelers up this way. And can I get a perception check from everybody in the party, please? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good.
So.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you what you see up ahead. There are 2 carts parked side by side. One of them is clearly broken. And it looks like there are 2 groups circled around the broken wagon. Nearest you could tell, these 2 groups are traveling together, and they ran into a little bit of an Oregon Trail situation. They look not poor, but not well off, right? They're probably living week to week type of thing. And in one of the carts, there are tons and tons of books, right? Piled all the way to the back, up to like the ceiling of this wagon. And the wagon itself is weighed down, so that the back of it is very heavy. Almost looks like like some sort of drag cart. And the other one is full of shinies, silver looking, like metallic, like weapons, armor, something like that. But the curtain is kind of drawn to the close, but as you guys are riding, the light's kind of catching stuff in there.
Are we still ways ahead of them? Or I mean, like, are they still ahead of us, or are we passing by them?
No, they're ahead of you. It looks like you're rounding. A corner, and you just kind of see them come into view, and it's like, oh, so they're near like this big rock, and they've clearly taken some time to like fix their wagon wheel, like get stuff together. I will say they don't look dangerous or anything. It doesn't look like a group of bandits setting a trap. It mostly just looks like it's like, oh, that sucks, and you see that they do have help and everything. And yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to do anything before you rode up to them.
Yeah, I was just knocking down on the door and say like, Olmo, maybe you're gonna have to fix another cartwheel.
Oh, all right. I'll make sure I've got everything together. Thanks for letting me know.
Okay, I don't know if we have time for this though. If you do, make sure you get something back from them. It worked out really. Thanks, Serena. It worked out really good for us. Maybe we can have something else that helps us like this.
No, yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Oliver's kind of leans over. It's like, we're not stopping for them. We don't know them. They look fine. And of course, as you get ready and you're past big old burly group. Well, not all of you, but there's a couple of burly dragonborn. One of the gnomes in the crowd's like, "Hey, sorry, don't want to bother. Do you have a second? We could kind of use a big strapping man like yourself," kind of pointing to Olmo.
Oh.
Yeah, we got 1 minute. Olmo.
Yeah, here I come.
Do your thing.
Yeah, sure. All right.
We're in a bit of a bind. We're trying to get to Umanero, but we can pay you. Just a second. We just need you to lift the cart up so we can shimmy this new wheel on.
Oh, I love money. Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, and like he kind of hesitates. Yeah, we'll talk. And then like directs you over to the cart. Oliver, by the way, is like, God, just it's like, we don't know these people. They could be assassins. We don't know.
Live a little, Oliver.
They're going to the ooh place. We can be friends.
So, what happened to your wheel?
Well,
it was a snake, wasn't it?
No, but we swerved.
Oh.
Because of the snake.
Tortoise actually, and I didn't want to hit the. You ever run over a tortoise with your weight? It's nasty. But we avoided the tortoise and hit a rock, and now a new wheel. So we've been trying to lift this thing for a few hours, and we get it almost up, and it's too much. So thank you so much. If you can just lift it up for just a second.
Real quick, where's the tortoise at?
I don't know. This was a few hours ago. I think it crossed it probably got out of the way. Did you see a tortoise?
I never get to see. Good thing.
No, I didn't. Which way would it have been heading? That way or that way?
Well, it across the dirt road there.
Oh.
So, you know what we got to do?
Yeah.
We got to decide. We got to decide what skill Clover is.
Yes, please.
Incredibly adept at today.
Uh-huh.
I think Ryan won that.
I did.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
And I put a lot of thought into what might be very useful and how we could really work this to our advantage, and absolutely just milk the teat of D&D to get the frothiest drink that we could get out of this.
Ew.
The good stuff is, you shake the teat really hard.
Real hard.
And it's nice and frothy.
Yeah.
It gets thick. You want a thick.
It's very thick. Absolutely.
You want a thick D, it comes out nice and.
I didn't have to go there, but here we are.
Yeah, as opposed to skim or 2%. I know what you mean. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no.
So and anyway, what were we talking about again? Oh yeah. And anyway, But we were talking about frothy milk. And what I settled on was something that absolutely was not nearly useful enough theoretically, and that's Therian maritime law.
Mhm.
Excellent.
Like,
So, I feel like that's lore based. Like now you're just like you're a legal professor. Like you studied like either that or like history, something like that. So I'll let you pick.
ooh, legal stuff.
So let's
Wait.
tie that to lore. So you can cite precedents. You can you just know, but it's all in regards to like trials and like all kinds of stuff. And you just wake up with that knowledge. Like you're just like, oh man, this reminds me of the civil suit between like you're just boom. So like the second thing's like you know you could sue that tortoise. Like it's just like it's just right there. It's just punitive damages. That's what you're going to get from that tortoise. So could you give me an athletics check, by the way, to lift up this side of the cart?
Yeah, sure. Do you have any boxes that we could kind of wedge under it once you get it high enough so you can get it on there?
Well, I got a couple of apple crates. Our jack broke, so
Oh, apples. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this up. You said athletics, right?
yes.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ, 22. So you're just gonna flip this thing over like a big tire, like you no.
Oh man,
so
I did that with pancakes too.
You're gonna lift this up, and they're gonna do their work really quick. So it's like, oh, thank you so much. You saved us hours of work, and I it's not like Jack was gonna help us again after we really he pulled something. So
yeah, I hate it when you try to get up your cart and the jack doesn't work.
So payment. We did say no. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We're traveling to Umaniro. We're collectors of sorts, but well, we're looking to kind of start fresh, and we have all these, really interesting pieces. But not a. We're not very liquid right now.
Okay.
With money, so what we could do is we can offer you. We could just package up a few different things, and you pick one of them, and I guarantee you that any one of these is just worth their weight in gold. They're all unique, interesting items. They have a rich history, and most of them do stuff like they're rumored to do things.
Sold. Do you have any hammers?
Yeah. Well. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
And he's gonna dig in the thing for a while, and
and can we have some apples? Because you have apple carts or apple boxes. We could use some apples too.
Well, we have the boxes. We don't have any apples.
Oh, damn it! Another opportunity lost.
Let down.
So he's gonna dig around for a while, and they have this little portable table here, this little like and you can tell they've done this a lot. Think the beginning of Aladdin, right? Like you're looking at tons of crap, or like the little shop from Gremlins that Chinese dude had. Like it's just littered with old dusty crap. It's like, oh, this once belonged to, like, all these have an interesting story, or like, oh, this is a lucky dragon's foot, like something like that. Probably wouldn't show that to you guys. Yeah.
He turns back to Clover and says, "Did you see how that table unfolded? That was so cool. Should I ask for the table?"
Yeah, take the table.
I mean, I kind of want it. Do you think we
Yeah.
could, like, sleep on it?
No, it doesn't look. The table leg. Well, maybe the table legs are magical. But hold on, let's wait to see what they show us.
Okay. I kind of wish we still had apples, though.
Yeah, me too. They did fit their own.
So this little gnome is going to place 3 items.
Mhm.
And with a lot of care, too. Like, a lot of this stuff is kind of flopping around in boxes and crates and stuff in the back. Like, that's the when he opens the curtain, like, it's going to catch the light. And a lot of this is just like, it's like, oh, God, like, gaudy, like, serving trays and stuff like that have been just worn down over time. So some of it has a shine. Some of it is just like, it's got a lot of patina and it's like, just like kind of crusty. And it's going to pull out a few things. And one is, it looks like a magic lamp. He's going to set it down on the thing. And the second item he's going to pull out is this gnarled little, like, hand and kind of set it down. And then the third item is it looks like almost like a big music box type of thing. And he's going to set the 3 items down right there. It's like, here you go. Again, can't thank you enough. We're selling these for hundreds of gold up in Umanero, the
Oh wow!
pretty discerning folks up there. But again, you can have any one of these.
Okay, so we have what looks like an old lamp, that grody thing, that dead grody hand, which I'm sure is great, but and a music box. That's
Wow.
What is it? Can I see? Can I see what it is?
Absolutely. So, okay. We could start with the box. So it's this hexagonal-looking thing.
Mhm.
And see, he's going to pick it up. It's almost like a tin of Danish cookies, like just kind of like trying to wrestle the lid off, just like. And he's gonna pop this off, and what it looks like is like an old timey ship compass type of thing. But the thing in the center is an eyeball.
Oh,
Perfectly spherical.
Jason.
Don't die.
you gonna make it?
Yes, sorry about
Okay.
that. I like, for some reason I could not clear my throat. So there's an eyeball, perfectly spherical, and it's going to start looking around at everybody. And each time it looks at somebody, the pupil's going to change color. And then he's going to put the lid back on.
Oh God!
So-
Put the lid on it. Put the lid on it. Whoa.
It's
Okay.
a very, very interesting piece. So what this does is it sort of reads the energy of a person, and it kind of gives you a good idea of what they're like through colors. There's a whole chart at the bottom of this thing. More than that, though, if you really concentrate on it, it'll point in the direction of the thing you most desire.
I'm interested in that one.
Well, hold on. Let's see what the other ones do real quick.
So this one, and he's going to pick up the little like hand. This
Oh.
is a blessed cobalt paw, and it gives you, well, it's there. Most of this is embellished story, but it's a really interesting piece. So travelers used to kill kobolds by the stack because they would run out of villages and they would attack. They would attack travelers and like little nuisances, really.
Wait,
And-
by the stack. I didn't
Well-
think kobolds like did anything in stacks. That's really weird.
No. Their dead bodies would be placed in stacks, and then those stacks were worth. You used to get they'd say, "Give me 5 gold per kobold stack,"
Uh-huh.
and so they that's back when gold had pictures of bumblebees on. So
Yeah.
they those times are done. But a couple of witches used to actually enchant kobold paws. And it's rumored that most of them were just like little lucky trinkets, but a couple of them would grant wishes. And it's said that this is one of those Pauls. Not just the one that would grant luck, but, the 4 wishes. Once the wishes are all used up, though, it's pretty. It's just a hand then. But still, excellent conversation piece. You put this on your little coffee table, you have guests over. Trust me, you are having a conversation about this.
Yeah. All right. And then there was this thing here too.
Oh, it's just a genie's lamp. So this is supposed to house the interdimensional cosmic being, be able to travel through realities, see all worlds all the time, and it's originally the story goes that this thing is able to sort of communicate possible futures about past selves and yourself, and in the future, it's a whole complicated mess. But basically, if you use up wishes, it can alter your course and kind of change your future or very near future.
Okay. All right.
There's a bulk of instructions with this, but I got to be honest, I never get past page like 68.
Oh, wait, that's a lot of pages.
Oh, that's like a third of the way through.
But you have the instructions?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
yeah.
All right, cool. I was worried for a second we were going to get a Greatest American Hero situation.
A what now?
Sorry, that was out of character. Hold on.
Wait, is that the one with the kid with the spray cans and he could fly?
No, that was my secret identity. Greatest American Heroes. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
I love that tune. Okay, yeah. No, I know you're talking about now. I'm back with you.
So stupid.
Fuck you, anyone not born before 1990, I guess.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
See?
You're from Canada. It doesn't count.
Probably.
Yeah. So, all right. Hold on. Let me check with everyone else because wow, this is a lot. Are you sure you don't just have a bunch of apples?
I'm
You
pretty
wish for
sure.
apples.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can. So we did have golden apples, but they're not. I mean, you can eat them, but they were. So those were kind of one-use items, and they were supposed to grant like some sort of incredible strength. But one of our interns ate them, and then ran off.
Was it delicious?
Golden delicious.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. That's my line. There it is. I don't know why.
Well, Olmo, you did the heavy lifting. You can treat yourself.
Okay.
I don't care about these.
Okay. So there's the genie lamp, which has a big manual. The creepy wish hand, and the eyeball that will help you find something that you want. Apparently,
It's also a vibe checker.
and the vibe checker.
It's like a mood eyeball.
Yeah.
Mood eyeball. Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see. I want the eyeball, actually. It was kind of weirded me out how it was kind of looking at everyone at first, but like, it was a really big eyeball, and that was kind of cool. And you know what? Next time I want to like go see where Bottomless Joy is playing, I bet it could look in that direction.
And we'd have the best staring contest ever. It would be so fun.
Oh, now I have to have it.
Okay. So if you are taking the eyeball, I do have legally, I have to tell you, because of an incident that happened in Donhurst, I am legally obligated to tell you that this, story, the story behind it is that this is the eyeball of some great demon and that it is constantly trying to reunite the eyeball with its body and will betray you eventually. But it doesn't say that it's going to try and betray you out of the box. I mean, it's probably got to get to know you first, but it will betray you eventually.
Oh, okay. Sorry, new question. Do each of these items have a caveat like that?
Well, they're not all demonic, if that's what you mean. No, absolutely.
No. I mean, do they each have a caveat? Like a thing like, now I'm legally obligated to tell you because you're taking. Is this a clever way of foisting off cursed items on people, where it's like, oh, and here's your reward, but you get to choose it, and then I grab it and run off, and you're like, that's the only way I could get rid of this cursed thing, because I'm.
Olmo, when did you get this clever?
If you're asking me
Yeah.
if I came into possession of all of these items that just happen to be cursed, and the only way that I can get rid of them is to trick passersby into taking them off of my hands through a simple good deed.
Yeah.
No.
See? Now let's reunite that eye with its body. Just kidding.
However,
Uh-oh.
The other two items are mildly cursed. Yes, but different, completely different curse. If that makes you feel better, completely different.
Let's scale this back a little bit, and it was a really good presentation, and I'm actually like your salesmanship is impeccable. But
should I have thrown more in about the curses?
No, actually, I was just hoping that maybe we could just. What do you have that's not cursed?
That wagon wheel you put on was pretty. That's pretty much just a wagon wheel.
So all of these items that you've got in the back of this, they're all everything you got back here that's all cursed.
Cursed is, I mean, some of them are just mildly unlucky. I wouldn't call them cursed. Cursed is like a big scary word, right?
Okay.
Okay. You remember I told you about Jack?
I do, yeah, where he pulled the thing when he was helping with the wheel last time. You know what? That had happened twice, probably. You know what? I bet the wagon wheel is cursed now that I think about it.
No, the wagon wheel is fine. It's Jack that got cursed. See, okay. He sort of stole some jewelry. And it turned the bottom half of him into fleshless skeleton monster type of thing. So he's really bad at lifting with his legs right now.
That'll happen.
Femur
That's
gone,
the problem.
We thought that it was just a cosmetic change, but no, he really is not. Those legs aren't load bearing anymore. There's like no cartilage in his knees. It's gross.
How about do you have like a gold, like one uncursed gold coin, and we'll call it a day?
Well, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that. But
all right,
Olmo.
Yeah.
Olmo.
Yeah.
As your leader, I have to tell you that you should trust your instincts and never doubt yourself. You chose that item. It might have chosen you. Sometimes, a demon in your control might be a very powerful tool. You might, in fact, be extremely lucky.
Here's the thing. I feel like I lost you after the demon.
I
feel like
100%. Yeah, that's
okay. Well, again, not all these items are demonically cursed. Some of them are just complicated. Like the genie thing, you just got to get to know. His name is Cosmentor. So if you get to know Cosmentor, Cos, he'll get along.
Say Cos.
I would.
Oh no.
I would read that manual cover to cover because he likes to throw riddles and tricks in it, but he'll help you out. The Cobalt Paul is so like okay. If you want statistics, 3 to 4 times you're going to get something really cool with the Paul. Oh, there are 4 wishes. Huh. Don't read too much into that. That's an out of the air statistic, though.
Oh, okay.
The vibe checker is pretty nice, though you kind of have to trust the demon.
What is can I see if I could what language is the what was the genie's name?
Cosmentor.
Cosmentor. What language is his book in?
It's common.
Okay.
I have other versions, though, I think. Hold on. I think I have Abyssal and Dwarven, if those help.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure. Common's fine. Can I see if I can even understand the book? Honestly, you know what? I'm traveling with smart people right now. I bet they can help me figure it out. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can be friends with Cosmentor.
All right. So just you go ahead and take it off the table there, and I'll get the book, and there you go.
But I have to choose to pick it up off the table. Boy, that feels weird.
I just didn't. But we just shined it. I don't want to get it all. Like I've been traveling on the road, so I've got I got schmutz on my hand. I didn't want to get it dirty.
Oh yeah. All right. Hi, Cosmentor. You're going to be traveling with us now, and I hope it's okay if I pick you up. And I don't even know if you can hear me, but it's a pleasure to meet you. That over there is my cousin Clover, and
Hi.
Clover's the best. You're gonna love her. And that's Roger. He might try to eat your lamp. Just tell him no, and he'll listen because he's a good boy. And over here is Zozo. He's our leader, and over there is Kriv, who was our leader, but then he went deaf, so he wasn't leader. But now he can hear again, but he's still not leader. And I'm interested in seeing how that turns out, but we're not there yet. But anyway, hi, you're with us now. And he reaches down and he picks him up. The lamp.
This little gnome's going to go ahead and get you that book. Big, thick tome.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a little scary, but don't get too frightened. So, first, like 200 pages or so, that's common. If you start going into Abyssal, then you've gone too far. It's just repeats. So it's really not that thick.
I don't think I've ever held a book this thick. Wow. All right, thanks.
Excellent bug squisher, like if you really want to like.
Oh, cool. I usually just set that explains the marks on it. I thought those were runes, but those are okay. Yep. That was a spider. All right, and he takes the book and he takes the lamp and gets full hands.
Good luck again. Thank you so much for helping us with the wagon wheel. It really did help us out. Well, if you're going up to Umanera, we should probably see you in a few days.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not coming now.
Aren't you going now? I was thinking we could all ride together, make an impression. I think we could help each other out.
Well, we kind of got to check in on Jack here and see if there's something we can do. And we were going to probably take it in. We're going to travel slower than you two. We got a bunch of stuff. It's fine.
Serena,
fine.
there's a skeleton guy. Can you fix him like you fixed the ear for our buddy? Same thing, right?
That is way above her pay grade. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you can't hear? I think I could. There's no amount of herbs she's going to mix together that's going to give flesh back, right?
Nice.
So it's just like, to kind of put on the spot. It's like, good. Also, Roger's been trying to eat her floppy hat for the entire ride. It's like kind of like dangling in the breeze, and every once in a while, like she's got to like lean over a little bit because Brodrill just kind of like grab and pull this way.
He likes her.
A couple more days are going to go on by, and you are going to get to the gates of Uman'Yaro. There is a large pedestal and several big old chests sitting out in front here, and there's a notice that any weaponry, anything that you have that could be misconstrued as a weapon should be taken off of your person, put in these chests, and everything will be returned to you when you leave.
That seems fair. And he doesn't like try to be coy about it. Like he takes off the arm, like the bracers, and like his 2 daggers at his belt, and that's like all he has as weapons. Tosses them in the chest. I heard they do this. Just do it.
Oliver's going to take out this long pipe that's kind of flared at the end. And he's going to set that in the chest. And Serena's going to take off her hat and put it in the chest. And then with that, I think everyone's good to go, and we can enter Uman'Yaro. And I think that's a good time for us to stop for the evening, just
Already?
because we have a ton of stuff to get to.
Yeah.
The next bit is going to be weighty, let's say.
Okay.
However, we're going to do something short and sweet tonight. How much have you listened to the other groups?
Not as
I'm
much,
only
Rod.
1 episode behind.
I'm a couple
Okay.
episodes behind.
Okay, so you remember how I said we were doing stats? I want you to take a guess at which group has the most 20s rolled, the most critical die. And furthermore, I want you to guess which player in that group has the most.
Wait, which group
So
has
just think
Val?
about it. Which group has Val? And I want you to, each of you, I want each of you to take a guess. And what we're going to do is we're going to reveal this live in stream.
Ooh.
And we're gonna see then.
Okay. Wait, so we don't get to know until then?
Not yet. You gotta show up to the stream.
Dare you?
Do we guess out loud now, or do we?
Yes, I would like to go around the table. The cool thing is, should you guess right? Should you guess right, the group is going to get 2 level ups. The person who guessed right gets 3 level ups. If none of you guess right, we're going to level you up 1 time, because that much time on the road, you've earned a level up.
All right.
We haven't even
Appreciate
fought
it,
anything
appreciate
yet.
Don't
Oh,
argue
you want
against
to
it.
fight stuff? I can like,
No.
if you want to like earn that through combat, we
no.
can.
Oh, I'm just like, oh, happy. I'm happy, Jason. Don't take my happiness.
Zozo earned it for us by hitting trees and
It's
rocks.
true.
Oh.
Hell
That's
yeah.
That's where we
Those
Right.
were really
Did it.
old trees and rocks.
Right
Like
done
those
it.
were.
We call this level the Cosmentor bump.
How about we start with Xavier?
I want to say group would be Raven. And the person... I would say Alex. Also on the Raven.
Closet Ryan.
Well, so I haven't seen anything. So I'm going 100% blind. I'm gonna go with my buddy James. An invasion.
Ryan, not in a closet right now.
But should I get into a closet first, or I'd have to
After the session, I think,
all right.
Yeah,
All right.
you can. Oh,
All right, so us and Ravens, we're the groups that have played the most, with Invasion and Forsaken each having only a couple episodes out. Just thinking it through. Most of the other groups have at least had a fight so far, with Ravens having the Bully McGuire bad roll stance pop up a bunch of times, but I didn't see any 20s pop up. What I'm going to go with, and I might remember this wrong, but we'll see how it goes. With Forsaken, what we've seen is Jameson has kind of had the most screen time and had the most things he's had to do roles for. And I think I remember him when I listened again to the last session. No, wait, that wasn't him that rolled the 20. That was someone else that rolled that 20.
Jesus.
who's overthinking it now?
Good
Me,
memory.
100%.
Out of it.
100%. Yeah. Because there was an apology and a desire to pick it up. And you know what? I'm going to stick with my instincts. I'm going to go with Jameson.
All right. And Mandy.
Okay. Gut answer is Val, but I think that's too easy. I have a feeling she saves it to kill us on the side things. So I'm going to go with Jamie, Forsaken, right?
These are good answers. And I guess we'll find out Saturday. Like,
Well, we don't get to know. Okay.
I know.
no, we gotta. Nope. So, thank you guys so much for playing. I'm going to toss it over to Ryan so he can say goodbye and let you know how you can support the show. Ryan.
Yep. Sup, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. So, several different things. We got merch. We have a website with a bunch of extra links on it. Matter of fact, all the links, everything that we're talking about, you can find on the website. We have Discord. We have all those different socials. We have Patreon, which I think is going to be the biggest way that you can support us there. And go ahead and check out all the different content that's on there. And if I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, the cheapest level is just $1 a month. So
It's just
go
$1.
there, check it out. Just $1, and you get access to all the history of the stuff that's for that $1 as well. So you get a bunch of extra
value.
free dollars for that $1. But also go ahead and check out all the actual recordings that we do. Isn't just going to be on audio; it is going to be streamed. So check it out there. A bunch of fun stuff that they're working on with that. And I guess with that, see you next time.
Sorry, Ryan. I forgot it was a solo bit.
It's fine. No, you're good.